Good day. Happy Valentine's fucking day. Okay, so there's been a fatal avalanche this weekend that was out in Tatler Lake. I made a forecast and snow report yesterday. The min report was not up on Avalanche Canada at the time for this fatal one that happened at Tatler Lake. And part of that could be, I mean, this is maybe rumor, so don't go around spreading this, but I think that maybe one of the victims didn't die till yesterday, so the report was not put out until yesterday. If that's the case, that's really awful, and I'm really sorry to hear that for the families. Avalanche conditions are so bad right now, like you just cannot go playing like you normally do. And I just want to think about the Williams Lake community in general. 7 years ago, this wasn't from Avalanche, but our friend Laura died up on Yanks Peak while snowmobiling. She hit her head. The night before, I was playing music at the hotel, and we were all dancing, and they were buying us drinks, and the next day she was dead. It was really awful. Last year, we had the captain from Horsefly die in that. He was on the ledge of the mountain looking over and didn't realize it was an overhang, and the whole cornice gave way, and down he went. And now there's two more from the Williams Lake area again. So, like I'm in the Cariboo screaming, avalanche conditions, and there's just some here in the Cariboo especially, there's a more of a resistance to it. Like, wow, we're mountain people, we're tough people, we're woods people, and and there's truth to that. Like there's a lot of difference between the average Cariboo person and say the average Kootenai person in terms of how well they know their land, how long their family's been here, their relationship to nature. And we tend to be a little bold and think that we know better. Anyways, here's the story on those two victims this weekend. I'm Joey Only, Cariboo Weather Dude. Welcome to the channel. If you don't know where Tatler Lake is, here's Williams Lake, here's Highway 20. Drive down through Highway 20 past Hanceville. You go over the Rudy Johnson Bridge, past Hanceville, down, and then you come, you can take a southward drive. Tatler Lake's up there. Here's where the avalanche happened, Potato Peak. It's a very well-known and popular place. I haven't spent a lot of time in this country. I've been maybe through here and a lot through here. Definitely timber cruising last year. I spent all of it in this area from Antiago to Tweedsmuir to Itchylagatches and then to the west up through the east up through these lakes. So I spent a lot of time in this wilderness walking around, snowshoeing, snowmobiling. Anyways, that's not the point. So here's the incident. Potato Peak on Saturday, February 11th. Size 2, deep persistent slab with an east aspect. It's facing the east. The elevation was 1,950 meters there. 2 people were caught, 2 people killed. 2 skiers in the avalanche on an east-facing slope on Potato Peak, about 40 kilometers south of Tatler Lake. The skiers had accessed the area using snowmobiles, but were skiing at the end of the accident. Both victims were fully buried and did not survive. Search and rescue were notified when the victims were reported overdue. The victims were located and recovered from the accident location. The avalanche ran in a layer of facets approximately 30 to 40 centimeters up from the base of the snowpack. The slope was characterized as highly wind affected, containing areas of deep wind drifted snow and areas where snow cover was thin and rocky. The crown depth was reported to be highly variable, 40 to 130 centimeters. And that crown depth just kind of gives you an idea of like, there's not a smooth, stable snowpack. There's a lot of variability in it. And on steep country, you can imagine how that variability will allow weight to be in certain places, which will allow it to eventually go. Does that make any sense? There's a lot more I could say about that. So anyways, that's the Potato Peak accident this weekend. Williams Lake people are mourning, and here the young man was the outdoorsy type who, in the words of people who told me, he should have known better. And I thought that when Todd Jenkins died rock climbing. I said, I was mad. I was like, he should have known better. And then I realized later, he did know better. And then I was even madder, but then I realized later he didn't care. The good news, at least for today, is that conditions have settled a little bit. I don't think it's safe out there. In fact, we've been screaming it's not. Just because it says moderate doesn't mean it's safe. You just switch aspect a little bit in the mountain and suddenly everything's different, right? So on the large, Eric Anderson at Wells General Store here at the Jacket Club said to me, I think it's not as likely to slide as it's been in the past, but it's more likely to produce a fatal slide, a big slide that's destructive and damaging, right? So, and I agree with Eric on that point. And I'm just watching the behavior of the snow on my roof, and it tells me everything I need to know. Definitely going to be a little cooler today. More snow coming by the weekend. So when you see these avalanche forecasts, like, oh, it's moderate. Cool, let's start planning our trip. Things will be different when the snow starts flying again. And I'm still not exactly sure how much snow that is. I was going to make a video today about how much snow is coming, but then I didn't because some fucking tragedy happened. So that was awful. Very sorry, my condolences. I'm trying to get some help for this channel to keep spreading the word about fire and avalanches and bad weather and thunderstorms and snow and make our radio show. I'm having to buy a new computer again. Please, donate if you can. Click the PayPal button down there. Become a member of the channel. Help me out because I'm trying to grow something here and make a difference. And it's all out of my own pocket now, my own effort. Whenever you subscribe to the channel or hit like, it makes a big difference for me in the algorithms. So, okay, thanks. Bye. See you next time.